Buying a car in Carvana was so easy. I was able to finance it through them.
Whoa, wait, you mean finance?
Yeah, finance. Got pre-qualified for a Carvana auto loan, entered my terms, and shot from thousands of great car options all within my budget.
That's cool that financing through Carvana was so easy.
Financed. Done. And I get to pick up my car from their Carvana vending machine tomorrow.
Financed.
Right, that's what I said.
You can spend time trying to pronounce financing, or you can actually finance and buy your car today on
Carvana.
Financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Welcome to Uncluttered and Unfiltered, the podcast urging you to let it go and don't look back. With nationally acclaimed professional organizer Christine Stone and self-proclaimed hot damn mess radio and TV personality Eden Kendall.
Welcome, everybody, to Uncluttered and Unfiltered. I'm Eden Kendall, Christine Stone, nationally, globally acclaimed. I'm intergalactically acclaimed professional.
Gets better every episode.
Intergalactically proclaimed professional organizer Christine Stone is here. And we just finished up Chris's appearance on the local TV show that I'm co-host of here at River City Live, and you did an episode with us on getting organized for back to school, which is something you do with us every year.
Yes.
And for those who don't know, this is how we met years ago. You came on the show.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Like, I think long time ago.
Yeah.
10 to 15 years
About 10
ago.
years ago.
Yeah,
It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
So we did this episode today. You talked about back to school, and we get it. Listen, this is a podcast for women over 50. Most of us are either empty nesters or soon to be empty nesters, or everything kind of flows as it's going to because the kids are in high school. But let's just say we know that we do have some of you guys that still have littles.
Yeah.
But also, let's do a back to school organizational episode, but for empty nesters. In other words, let's take some of these tips and tricks that you shared and apply them to our lives
now.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You know, because you said you missed in another episode, you said you missed all of that back to school.
I miss it. Every single time it's back to school, I get a little sentimental.
Yeah.
I do. I miss it. I miss the lunch boxes. I miss the backpacks. I miss all that.
Speaking of lunch boxes, before we launch in, did you have any special lunch boxes when you were in elementary school, like Osmond's?
Yeah, I had the Osmond's lunch box.
I had Partridge Family.
Oh, you did?
Even though by then it was a syndicated show and it was just on like after school, I still loved it.
Yeah, I was very particular, as you can only imagine, where everything like the backpack had to match the lunchbox. You know what I mean?
Well, you didn't become Christine Stone overnight. Intergalactically proclaimed organizer didn't happen in your sleep.
No.
You didn't wake up like this.
I always was into it, even when it was me being the one going back to school. I loved back to school. I loved back to school shopping for clothes. I loved back to school shopping for school supplies. So when I had kids, I was double excited. I love it.
I used to love the fresh notebooks. I used to love saying, this year I'm going to start writing very neatly and I'm going to keep it up through the school year. And I still love a fresh notebook because I do my to-do lists. Yes, I put my calendar in my phone and do all of that. But then every week I transfer everything to my little notebook that stays in my purse. And I love when it's towards the end and I buy a brand new one. I love that feeling.
Well, then you must be super excited like me that those are coming back now. It's all over TikTok that everyone's going back to old school calendars, notebooks, and I was thrilled to see that because I was the queen of having everything in one book. My kids used to make fun of me because I would carry it around like a Bible.
Well, you have to have your to-do list because then if you don't, how are you going to know what to do?
Yeah, exactly.
So what are some of the ideas you put together that we can carry on with back to school philosophies, but as adults?
Well, I always think kitchen and pantry. It doesn't matter if you have young kids, high schoolers, or no kids. Sorting like items, keeping things together, it just makes life easier. It saves you time, it saves you money. So doing that, whether you have kids going back to school or not, is the number one thing.
So today on the show, you showed some slides, and there were all of these bins that were clearly marked, of course, Lazy Susans, which is, like you
My
wish
Bible.
you had invented them.
Yes, I do wish I had invented them.
So people don't think about the fact that you're going to be packing lunches and providing after-school snacks, and if you don't organize that, you're going in at a deficit in the new school year. So, okay, even though we don't have kids in school, we're going to organize our pantries.
Yes, and purging like the things you don't really use or want or like. And then the next thing is having a drop station. Whether when you come in your house, whether you have young kids with backpacks and their sports equipment or whatever it is, even as an adult, you should have a drop station, a place for your keys, for your phone, for any important papers that you need. Having a place where it's all right there at your fingertips, easy access.
Because when you open the mail, it is kind of like the adult version of homework sometimes. Right. There's a bill that might need to get paid. It's kind of like that permission slip.
Right.
If you put it away, you won't see it.
Right.
Where are you going to put it so you know to address it?
Right. So having a collator or one of my favorites is a file box that has handles because you can just take it from room to room. It's not stationary and it looks great sitting on a counter, and you can label it orders placed, bills to pay. It just makes it so much easier with paperwork.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the next one. And then like we talked about, any files, anything that you need right away, keeping it at your fingertips, whether it's signing papers for kids going back to school, keeping items, keeping your cords organized. That has nothing to do with if you have kids or not. Making sure you organize your cords so you can find which cord goes to which item, which is getting very hard now because there are so many different cords. So keeping them organized, and there's so many options. You can go to my Neatly Design on Instagram if you want picture ideas, but keeping cords organized, organizing your junk drawer so that when you open the drawer, you can actually see your tape, your scissors, your tape measure, those type of things. Whether you have kids in school or not, these are things that to me are essential.
Absolutely. And you know what else? We can actually kind of pivot off this for when I was really little, I still have great memories of going to my grandmother's house, and now you've got the opportunity to be a grandma.
Yes.
And so I remember going and playing school, like doing workbooks and things like that. Yeah. Yes, I had that grandmother that had us doing workbooks in the summer. It's true. But you can practice organizing. Like that's something you can actually practice.
Yes.
You can learn about with.
Right. Also, I always say start with one thing because you're going to love it so much that it's going to motivate you to move on to the next area. Mm-hmm. So don't try to organize your whole house in one day because that's usually a fail.
To be honest, I used to feel a little confused about women's health, especially when it came to hormones. We would all hear about how important they are, but I never really fully got it till I got it. And then I learned for women, keeping hormones in a normal range is key for everything: energy, mood, even weight management. And that's when we heard about Hormone Harmony from Happy Mammoth. It's a plant-based formula created by a leading German nutrition scientist, and it combines 12 carefully chosen adaptogens. We love that it's free from GMOs and artificial fillers, just science-backed ingredients in every capsule. We love what you guys are saying, that since using Hormone Harmony, you feel more like yourself. Happy Mammoth has helped over 2.4 million women worldwide. The reviews are incredible. Over 50,000 women are talking about improved mood, better sleep, and feeling balanced again. If you want to try it, this is the perfect time. Get 15% off your first order of Hormone Harmony at happymammoth.com with the code UUPodcast. Uncluttered and Unfiltered is supported by Hearts for Minds. Mental health doesn't have to be a silent struggle. Hearts for Minds is changing the conversation, breaking stigma, and building bridges to better mental health care. Through QPR training and awareness programs, Hearts for Minds is equipping communities with the tools to recognize warning signs and connect people to life-saving support. Whether you're facing a crisis or just need someone who understands, Hearts for Minds is your helping hand. Hearts for F-O-U-R, minds.com. That's heartsforminds.com, and join the movement. Together, we can save lives.
And also, whether you are gifted and you're an organized person, or if you're not, find a professional organizer in your area to help with the new year. And whether you have kids or not, it always is a new year, in my opinion, come August. You feel like it's a new year. Even though January is the start of a new year, in your mind, especially if you were a mom, you always think August is the start of a new year.
So kind of treat it like back to school, summer, because summer, even if you're just still going to the same 9-to-5 job or whatever you do for a living, you're doing it every single day. And so summer doesn't really mean anything as far as like with teachers. There is still that kind of feeling, that summer feeling of a little bit more freedom. And so when fall comes, especially if you're somewhere where the weather then turns, things do shift.
Right.
So it is a great time for your mindset to shift too. People talk about spring cleaning.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that back to school reorganization that you have even if you don't have kids around.
Well, and a lot of people still work from home. And so it is a refresh, the start of before fall. I love this time of year for getting organized, because it seems that even people with kids, their kids go back to school and they have the house to themselves. So they're able to get things organized. Mm-hmm. So it is one of my favorite times of year, minus the heat, because I live in Florida.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so do you have anything else on your list before we do a little bit of a transition in topics?
No, I think that covers it for adults,
Okay.
just making sure everything has a home.
Okay. Well, I did want to, since we're on this episode and we are going into the fall, tell you a little bit about some of the things we have planned down the road.
Down the road.
Just not in this episode, but down the road.
Yeah.
We are going to be doing one coming up very soon about all of the different sober drinks that are out there. There's this big move towards people stepping away from alcohol. So we're going to talk about all of the different options. Some of them are just nothing more than kind of they make you have that flavor of drinking something that's alcohol. Others have what they call adaptogens in them. Some have straight up THC and get you buzzed. And we're going to talk about all of those options in an upcoming episode. Another episode we're going to talk about is that ship has sailed. Like things that it's just like, don't even ask me because that ship has sailed.
Yes, yes.
And we always want to know what you guys want to hear about.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of new friends in our Ladies Only page, which is on Facebook. You can jump right onto that. It's called Uncluttered and Unfiltered Ladies Only. That's the one we have to let you in. Now, we are on social media everywhere, but that's the one where we have to literally let you in. So come over there, because we do have some of you guys are being really bold lately, and I love this. And you're posting memes or you're posting questions. We just had a lady ask, she's planning to downsize, but not for a few more years. So she's asking everybody for their opinions. And I said, you're going to be so proud of me. You haven't had an opportunity. I think this just came up last night.
Oh.
So you haven't had an opportunity to see it yet. But I said, tell me if I got this right. I know Christine will say, start purging immediately, even if it's not for a few more years, and even start scheduling regular charity pickups. to
God, you're
make
gonna
those
make
appointments.
Me cry. I'm so proud of
right?
you. Yes.
Okay. Well,
you did good.
Thank you. But then I tagged you so you could come in
Oh,
and,
yeah.
do the real advice.
I know.
But everybody has been so helpful to her. I've noticed we've already had 5 people come in, and it only was posted last night. So that's the kind of thing that happens over in our ladies only page. So we really love when everybody participates in that one. And the other thing that we have added to this podcast is every single episode. Now, this was an organizational episode.
Right.
But every episode, no matter what the subject, you're going to be giving us a tip.
Yes.
An organizational tip.
Yes.
So do you feel like we've included enough in this episode, or did you want to throw one more on? Can you tell us what your collator folder labels are at home?
Well, mine are bills to pay.
Okay.
Orders placed. And let me think what my other one is. I'm trying to think.
I mean, and that's specific to you, orders placed, because you'll often...
Yeah, because of my business.
Right.
Sometimes I'll have a receipts folder that I need to keep certain receipts at my fingertips to refer back to. Things I need to do, so it'll be to do. It just depends what phase I am and what's going on in my life. I change mine out all the time because I have like 4 different label makers. So I change them out a lot. I don't have set folders, but I love a collator and I love a file box that you can just take from room to room. It's clear. I keep white hanging file folders so it looks neat, it looks organized, and that's going to be... I don't know what I would do without either one of those because I have both of them and I use them all the time.
And I do have one more question for you, and it's organized related. Today, when you were on the TV show, and by the way, we're going to make sure that clip is also available for everybody to watch. When you were on the TV show with me today, you showed a picture where the labels were just photos, or like it said crayons, but you didn't say the word crayons because it's for little kids, so that when they're helping to put things back, like now as a grandmother, you'll have your littles be able to come and put things back. Did you print those off the internet and just stick them on there?
I just printed them off from the internet and printed them off and put them in adhesive labels that stick on and you just slide them in. It's really great to teach kids from when they're very young. If you take it out, you need to put it back. And they don't put it back if there's no place to put it back to. So even as a grandmother, I have, I love singing the Barney cleanup song still. Yes, I do.
Clean up, everybody, everywhere.
And so it just makes it a game, you know. So you really have to teach young kids organizations. Like some people just aren't born with it. And make it simple. Make it simple.
How fun that I didn't know I knew that song until we started singing it because my kids watched a lot of Barney.
Yes.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for being with us for this episode of Uncluttered and Unfiltered. Once again, we invite you to be a part of our Ladies Only Facebook group. Also, all those other little things that you can do, the likes, the subscribes. Get those instructions from your other favorite podcasts, but do them for us as well, please, because they do really help. But the most important thing, the one that we most understand as far as boosting our listenership, is when you share us with one friend.
Just one.
If everyone does that, our numbers will double. And when our numbers go up, more people find us, which means we grow our community, which means more women get to feel seen and heard.
Right.
And that's what this is all about.
It is.
So remember, with the summer chaos, it's time for us to do a refresh. So all of that chaos from the summer, you can let it go.
And don't look back.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.